Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a simple pair of hoop earrings. You only need a few supplies: a round mandrel, rawhide mallet, your choice of wire. I'm going to be using dead soft brass wire, some clippers, a fire source, which I have back there. I'm going to be using an oxyacetylene torch setup, some medium solder, and some sterling silver ear posts. The first thing you're going to do is to take your piece of metal and your mandrel. I'm using this cone-shaped mandrel, but you can use a ring mandrel or a bracelet mandrel. Just find something that has a diameter that is the perfect size for the hoop earring that you want to make. You're going to take your piece of metal, and the softer you can get the metal, the better. So if you are ordering something from a jewelry supply like Rio Grande, get something that is labeled as dead soft. That's going to enable you to really twist it around and get a good shape easily with just your hands. If I, for instance, wanted my earring to come out here on the mandrel, and this is at about an inch diameter, I'm actually going to start my coiling of my rod about a centimeter above that, because the tension actually starts to spring the circle open as you coil. So first I'm just going to bend my coil all the way around, and I like to just continue to bend it. It's going to look like you're bending it way too much. Like, you know, we're just making 2 earrings, but I have it coiled around 4 times, but I'll show you why. So you're going to take your rawhide mallet and actually hammer your coil until it goes and moves all the way down to the 1-inch diameter marker. Then you're gonna pull it off, and as you can see, you've got this nice, perfectly circular round shape. And then you'll take your clippers. I talk about these clippers on a previous video, but these are really my secret weapon. They're my Kiba clippers, and they can clip through almost anything. And what you're gonna do is you're going to clip through every single one of these rings. And you're actually going to want to clip them right at around the same spot. And you'll see why I did this. So now you've got 3 rings, and usually one of them is a little bit imperfect, usually the one that was on the end. So we'll trash that one to the recycling bin. But look, here we've got now 2 perfectly circular little circle rings that we can turn into hoop earrings. Now that you have 2 perfect circles, you're going to need to clip out a small area to put the post for your earring in. So you'll clip out a little space just like that. Then you're going to want to just make sure that these are hammered nice and flat, so that when they are soldered, they are going to look and fit perfectly. Head over to my how to solder an earring post video if you want a more detailed instruction about how I am actually soldering the earring post to this little hoop. One thing you always want to remember about earrings is that you don't want any sharp edges anywhere near your ear. So make sure you use your buffer tool. I'm using the black silicone wheel that I mentioned in my casting finishing video to smooth the remaining edges, including this little back end of the hoop, once I'm finished. So I'll do one little final check to make sure that everything feels nice and smooth. So then I'll do one last final check around the mandrel just to make sure that my circular sizing is perfect. And there it is. That's my final product. And you guys can see what it looks like in. And that's it. Here it is in. And that's how you make a basic hoop earring.